At the top of your Schoology page, you'll notice the Resources drop-down menu. Resources I think of as like your file cabinet. You have your personal file cabinet, which only you can access the content. Public, which is open to anybody in the Schoology community, even outside of our school district. And then group resources, which is like a file cabinet shared with maybe members of your PLC. Let's take a look at each just real briefly. Again, your personal file cabinet is a place for you to store versions of things that you are working on. You can actually come in here and you can build all these resources that you can build on a page. You can also add rubrics straight in here, badges, or a question bank where you can draw questions into different versions of tests if you wish. Once things are in here, that you have the gear icon, you can edit the content here. You can add it directly to a course by clicking on that, and then you would choose the course that you want that to be added to. You also can copy it to other areas in your resources, so different collections, for instance. Or you can simply move it rather than copy it, or delete it. You also have group resources. So if you are a member of a group and have been added to that group, your groups will show up over here on the side, and then when you click on that particular group, you'll see the resources that are shared with those people. You have similar options in here where you can edit, add, copy, move, delete. You also can add resources directly in here, as well as an additional option which is copy from resources. So let's say I'm in a group, but I want to share something I have in my personal file cabinet. I could click on that option. Now I'm seeing under Home, these are my resources. I could choose something and copy it over to the group Shared Materials into here. When I'm working with a specific course, I have a couple options to move things to resources. Under Options at the top, I could save my entire course to resources, which is a good thing to do at the end of the term. Or each item will have a gear icon with one of the options being saved to resources. If I choose that, then I can choose which collection that's going to. So these are my home resources, my personal ones. Otherwise, here are my group resources. And there are some school ones as well, which we'll deal with later. And if I save a copy there, now this has been copied over either to my personal resources or a group that I belong to. Now it's important to note that if I do save something to resources, I'm saving a copy. So if I make changes here in my course, it's not impacting things that I have moved into one of these resources file cabinets. On the other hand, if I am in a shared group area, for instance, anything that I change in here would be changes that other people in this group would see if they were to go in there and grab a copy of that. However, once I move this to a course, if I add this to a course, that course now has its own separate unique copy of that and could be edited in the course. So a lot of times teachers will put the master copies here in a shared group area. This is sort of the starting point that everybody agrees upon, and then the teacher will come over here, they'll copy it to their course or add it to their course, and then once it's in their course they'll make any adjustments necessary. If they want to keep those changes, they would then simply copy it from their course into their personal resources to have their own version of that material.